Yay Networks.
Welcome to another very special edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans, and I am recording this podcast from our home office, Allen's office, which I have taken over again. I'll explain in a minute. But Allen, here's my husband and co-host, Allen.
A train in the house.
And through the miracle of modern technology, he is recording this from Sturgis, South Dakota.
Sturgis, South Dakota. I'm actually not in the house, babe. I am in Sturgis, South Dakota. Yes.
And
I'm sitting, if I can paint a visual picture for you very quickly. Very quickly.
Yes.
I'm sitting on an abandoned, one of those things that takes you skiing, the little
ski lift.
That takes you up the ski lift. Yeah, I'm sitting
on. Is it called a gondola? I don't know.
Maybe. So I'm sitting on an old gondola on the side of a mountain. And behind me is our cabin we're staying in. There's all these Christmas trees growing out of the ground. And I just saw two Bambis not 10 yards away from me 5 minutes ago. I saw two mama deer, and I'm overlooking the entire town of Sturgis, South Dakota. So I see lots of motorcycles. I see people having fun, participating in some buffoonery, all kinds of fun stuff happening here in Sturgis tonight.
That's awesome, honey. And this is kind of been like a bucket list thing for us to do together. You're just beating me to the punch because
South Dakota?
Yeah. What's in South Dakota that we've wanted to go see?
Mount Rushmore.
And Alan's been talking about one day getting an RV and let's doing a trip up there. It's really long and far. I don't know when we'd have time to do that with my schedule, but you
did
many
nice RV parks here.
Yeah, but you made this trip faster than a normal person probably would.
Well, yeah, I if you followed me on the socials medias, I was trying to raise money for our friend Patrick's charity, Operation Once in a Lifetime. And I thought Can-Am, the company Can-Am, has loaned me a Spider, and it's a 3-wheeled motorcycle. So I already had this, and I knew Patrick was coming to Sturgis anyway. So I just threw out the idea, hey, Patrick, why don't I ride up to Sturgis with you, and I can try to raise money for the charity. So if I can reach $3 for every mile that I drive, my goal will be, $3,000 because it's about 1,000 miles from Dallas to Sturgis. And we raised the money. Actually, we raised more than $3,000.
That's awesome.
So I followed Patrick up here. We had to break it up. We went from Dallas at Oaks Barbecue Restaurant. We went from Dallas to Nebraska, like northern Nebraska, and then we slept a night, and then we finished off the trip to Sturgis today.
And these are parts of the country
fast.
we've never been to before. I'm so jealous.
Babe, Nebraska, okay, here's Captain Obvious. Nebraska is a big state.
Yeah.
A big state. Because we started like on the bottom, like the southwest part of Nebraska and kind of meandered all the way to the north. We started at the southeast part of the state and meandered all the way to the northwest part of the state. And it's like we were never going to get out of Nebraska. But I
think that's the way people feel when they're driving through Texas too,
Yeah, but really pretty. The northern part of Nebraska is really pretty. And then South Dakota is beautiful. Very, very rolling hills.
I'm looking at the United States map right now in my day planner. See, this day planner is good for more than just writing down stuff I got to do. Wow. So I'm watching your little path here. And I know it was kind of scary for you because a lot of that's just interstate and you're dealing with big 18-wheelers and that sun beating down on you. And I know it's really stressful. Just like I'm taking a brief sidestep here, but like we went jet skiing. I mean, wave runner. That's very different. Wave runner riding in Florida last week. And I just remember hanging on so tight, and that wasn't even an hour. And I was sore the next day. I can't imagine how beat up you must feel right now.
Well, yeah, Patrick's what he wanted to do was get a lot of the trip out of the way on the first day so that we could get here early the second day and not be so tired when we got here on the second day. So that required about 780 miles the first day.
So you went up through Oklahoma, Kansas, into Nebraska day one.
Yeah. So 780 miles on a motor in a car is a long way, but on a motorcycle, it's a lot different. It's very tough. And, coming out of Dallas, it was hot, and then we hit construction in Oklahoma. So the traffic was creeping, and that was pretty warm. When we got to Wichita, Kansas, we stopped to eat, and I thought we were getting pretty close to Nebraska, because I knew we were going to stop in Nebraska. And I said, "Hey, Patrick, we're getting pretty close, right? How much further do we have to go?" And he goes, "Dude, we're not even halfway there." And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
Oh.
I was like, "Whoa, whoa! We're only halfway there to Sturgis." He's like, "No, we're not even halfway to Nebraska, where we're going to stop." I'm like, "You have got to be kidding me!" So, if I was going to ever give up, it would have been there in Wichita, but I just kept going.
Yeah.
Just kept going.
Well, like it says on the back of the Operation Once in a Lifetime shirt. What does it say? Something.
Oh, yeah. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better.
Yeah. So you have to keep telling yourself that, right?
That's what I was trying to tell myself. And, all kidding aside, and I was telling Kelly this before I left, the guys who are part of the charity they've all served in the military. They've all been in the Army. They all really inspire me, and it sounds a little corny, but they really do. And one fellow in particular, his name's Kenny, and I mentioned Kenny on the podcast before. He took Dylan and I and Cole fishing, and he's a fishing guide part-time, but he's also a police officer. Before that, he was a firefighter. And before that, after 9/11, Kenny volunteered to go into the Army because he just wanted to try to make a difference, and
so many people did.
Yeah. He just volunteered his time. He went into the Army. He was sent overseas. He got hurt really bad, and he came back to the U.S. and, he had a lot of struggles. He rehabilitated, had a lot of problems and a lot of struggles, and got through that. And then he decided, well, I'm going to charge into burning buildings, and I'm going to rescue people, so he did that for a while. And I just, all the guys who are part of Operation Once in a Lifetime, and a lot of the people that they help, they all have these stories, and I'm thinking, if they can persevere through that kind of stuff, yeah, I can sit my butt on a motorcycle for 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's really not that big a deal. So when it was hot, when I was like, it was nighttime, I couldn't see where I was going, and there's 18-wheelers blowing by me, I'm just thinking, press on. Think of Kenny. Think of what Kenny did. Yeah. He said, embrace the suck. So that's what I kept saying to myself. Embrace the suck.
I should probably start applying that in a lot of areas of my life too, and we all could. But your dad, super, super proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
He told me, he tried to tell me how to track you. He said, press this button. I was like, I don't see it. I was like, I don't know. But he said he's been able to track you on your phone.
Okay. Yeah. He has my location, but he does that with airplanes, and he wanted to follow me up here because I think he was a little worried. But yeah, my dad's a veteran too. So he, I guess he appreciates, the things that Operation Once in a Lifetime does.
Yeah. Well, the reason you went up there, it's a big fundraising opportunity for Operation Once in a Lifetime, but it's all around this whole Sturgis bike rally, which they didn't have last year because of COVID. So it's back this year. And of course, everybody just chomping at the bit to get back out there. So this is your first experience, and it hasn't even really kicked into high gear yet. Right?
No, yeah, we just got here. We had to go to the Indian motorcycle dealership because Patrick he's raffling off a motorcycle for charity. So we had to go pick up the motorcycle, and then we came up to the cabin we're staying in up on this mountain, and then I called you. So but I'm overlooking the city, and I was just talking to Patrick, and I said, this reminds me of a cross between Las Vegas, like Lollapalooza, Bourbon Street, Austin 6th Street, all kind of rolled into one, but everyone comes here on a motorcycle. So it's just this, I don't know. I can try to explain it to you. It's just, I've never seen anything like it. It's really, really amazing.
Well, everybody, if you don't already, which if you're listening to this podcast, you probably already do, follow Allen on social media. He posts mostly on Instagram, but I think you automatically connect it to your Facebook too, right?
Yeah, I do, babe. At the Alonzo 1971. But yeah, I've had a lot of people message me and say, dude, keep posting. This is so awesome. We're following your journey, and we appreciate what you're doing, and that's awesome. So yeah, I'll keep posting as much as I can.
I can't wait to see all the pictures, because I mean, I know you've barely gotten started. I mean, on the road, the pictures you were posting were fine because it was you on the motorcycle, but now that you're there, and I know tomorrow you're going to Mount Rushmore.
Going to Mount Rushmore tomorrow. I'd like to see the Black Hills and the George Custer Memorial or area if we have time to do that. You know, they have all kinds of concerts here too. I think Kid Rock was here. Tesla is supposed to play here, but that's a bigger venue where everyone takes their motorcycle and it's like this big mosh pit.
Yeah.
So if you go and do that, then you're staying there until everyone leaves because you can't get out of there. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to walk down to the main drag, and just about every venue has live music and, people selling T-shirts and all kinds of cool Sturgis stuff. So we're just going to walk around
for you.
Yeah. We're just
Bring me back
around.
a T-shirt.
Oh, you want a T-shirt?
I want a T-shirt. I want something.
Well, I already got you a happy, but I'll get you another one.
You got me a happy?
Yeah, I already got you a happy.
Is it a surprise?
Yeah.
You not going to tell me a hint?
We need some. How's that?
Lube?
That's your hint.
We're always out.
Well, Sturgis is lewd, but no, what I got you is not lewd.
All right. Well, Allen didn't hear what I said exactly, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm really excited for you. It's going to be fun. So please
I see. I heard. Oh, okay, I get it now. I thought you said lewd. You said lewd.
Well, I'm sure it's lewd too.
Oh, babe. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Biker rallies are interesting. I haven't really been to a lot, but I've known bikers are really, I know there's that whole, the biker gangs that can be kind of, scary. But for the most part, all the bikers I've ever met are so nice. My dad used to have, a Western wear store called Go West.
Give us a little.
Give you a little. I can give you the whole thing. Daddy sang it the other night. Listen, Daddy sang it the other night. He was messing up the words. I know it better than my daddy does. We got hats and belts and boots, jeans and... Honey, there's a delay. Stop. You're throwing me off. We got hats and belts and boots, jeans and shirts and Western suits. All the finest Western wear. Go West. Go West. We got the finest Western wear. Go West. Them good old boys gonna treat you well. Go West. Don't settle for less. Go West. You can do the end.
Come to the Florence Mall. Let us bring out the cowboy in you.
Close enough. So anyway, a lot of bikers used to come through there because Florence is about an hour or so inland from Myrtle Beach, which has huge biker rallies.
Huge.
And so we've always had really good experiences with them, but I can't wait. I want to see pictures, and there's always really interesting T-shirts. People, man.
The first guy I saw when we pull into Sturgis has a T-shirt on it, and it's a black T-shirt, and in white on the front, it says,
"Edit yourself."
Vaccinated and ready to F.
But vaccinated and ready to F.
But you know what F stands for?
Yeah.
Vaccinated and ready to F.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So, I appreciate his transparency.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. So anyway, Allen's going to be having a lot of fun in Sturgis. I appreciate him taking time to call in and help me record the podcast, and just me, because I'm literally here all by myself tonight. My daughter went to spend the night with Nanny Laura. If you've listened to the Kid Craddock morning show at all.
Nationally syndicated.
Yeah, when Emma Kelly was born, I was just like almost in a panic. I'm like, what am I going to do? Where can I take her? I've got to go back to work. I was a single mom when she was born. It was not by choice. It just worked out that way. And so I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to go to work so early. I can't take her to a daycare at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. or whatever. And Nanny Laura came into my life and moved in with me about a week or two before Emma Kelly was born, so we could get to know each other, and loved Emma Kelly like her own daughter. So anyway, Nanny Laura went on to have her own daughter that Emma Kelly told me today. She said, I just love that baby so much. So Emma Kelly's over there spending the night with Nanny Laura tonight. And anyway,
that Laney's a cute one.
She's so cute. Her name Laney. Yeah.
So
I'm
a cute one.
I'm alone. So I was going to do the podcast by myself. So honey, thank you.
But before you talk about anything else, why don't you do that, and then we'll do this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even from South Dakota, you're giving me directions. Listen, I'm so happy that Alan is calling in tonight. But you know what? Sometimes I'm not so happy. Sometimes, like tonight, I might feel a little lonely. I might feel a little blue. But sometimes, we all go through that from time to time, right? But sometimes the blues get so overwhelming, and, it's interfering with your happiness, with you living a fulfilling life. And that's why we are so supportive of people who seek professional therapy. And we really recommend BetterHelp. We love that they're a sponsor of our podcast because we believe in what they do. With BetterHelp, you will be matched with your own licensed professional therapist, but you'll be connecting in a safe and private online environment, which makes it super convenient. And you can start connecting with your therapist, communicating in under 48 hours. Now, this is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. This is professional counseling, and it's done securely online. That doctor-patient privilege applies with BetterHelp here. But unlike, driving across the other side of town, or if you live in a small town, sometimes you don't have a local therapist, or the local therapist might be, your mom's cousin, and that's awkward, right? So with BetterHelp, you'll be matched with a licensed professional therapist who is specialized in whatever area you're needing some help. Are you depressed? Are you stressed? Are you having problems at work? Maybe you're wanting to come out to your family. You're dealing with grief, anger issues. No matter what you think you're going through and nobody can help, BetterHelp can help. And the thing is, they want to make sure that you are completely satisfied. So they make it very easy, and it's no extra charge for you to change counselors if you need to. And like I said before, anything you share is confidential. It's very affordable with financial aid available. You can check out the testimonials posted every day on their site if you'd like to. And Alan and I really want you to start living a happier life. Life is too short not to live a happy one. So as one of our listeners, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. Join over 1 million people who've taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich. All right, honey, I took care of this. So now...
Love BetterHelp.
Now give me some of that. Because
That's
lot has happened. Now, we took a little break last week from the podcast. I know a lot of you probably noticed that. But it's because...
I don't know. I didn't hear anybody complaining about it.
Really? Oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. But
well, I think they knew that you were in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida, the Kid Craddock Morning Show. We take an annual family vacation, normally with our families. But I guess with, COVID restrictions or whatever reason, Alan and, JC's wife, Kenzie, nobody got to go.
What COVID restriction? There's no COVID restrictions.
There's no COVID. I didn't mean restrictions. I guess I meant concerns, I should say. With everybody's really paranoid. In fact, we got back from Florida after a week, and the travel and all the nightmare of, if you followed the news at all last week, you saw how horrible it was for people flying on American Airlines or Spirit. We were on American, that our boss decided out of an abundance of caution to have us broadcasting from home again this week. So we're out of the office again. What you keep trying to interrupt, boss? What is it, boss man?
Delta Plus, amen.
Well, it's the Delta variant.
Delta variant, amen.
Yeah. So anyway, we were in Florida all week. We went to the Paradise Coast, Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. And I'm familiar with Naples because the very first Kid Craddock Morning Show family vacation was in Naples because Kid had a condo there, and he still had it when he passed away, but now his daughter Caroline has it, and she's thankfully updated it and made it look really, really nice. But we were familiar with Naples, but had never been to Marco Island, and it was just gorgeous. all the white sand beaches on the Gulf of Mexico, the warm waters there. We drove over to Everglades City and took an airboat tour. And Alan, you and I did an airboat tour before, and it was in the grass, the grassy reeds.
I remember that.
This was different. This was in the mangroves. And
I saw the pictures and the videos. That looked wild. You guys were going sideways.
So incredibly fun. If you ever go, if you've done it before and you did like the reeds and the grass and stuff, that was fine. It was fun, but nothing like the mangroves. I mean, it was so fun. We went with Jungle Ervs, ERVS, if you're ever looking at that. Hashtag not an ad, but it was really fun. But yeah, I'm broadcasting from home again this week, and my daughter's gone, so it's just me and the dogs tonight.
How's my favorite girl there?
Alan. I think she needs to I think we need to go to the vet and get something done because she is tooting all over the place. And
Is she really?
Yes. She likes to sit on me. Whenever Zoe, our schnauzer, toots, she immediately jumps up and she runs to the floor and she sniffs her own butt. She does like the circle thing and sniffs her own butt. And
That's
then
why they call them animals.
Yeah. Then she jumps back up wherever she tooted and starts licking wherever it is she tooted. She's just an animal and she's disgusting because she's a dog, but we love her. And we let her kiss her in our faces and all that too. But this is gross, and it's like getting
after
worse and worse.
After she licks her anus, yes, we let her lick us in the mouth after she licks her anus. Yes.
Well, not immediately after. There is some time that passes, and then so she's fine except for all the excessive tooting. And I need to make an appointment for Larry to get another allergy shot because he's just miserable.
How much more money were you putting in that dog?
I don't know. Stop it. We love him. We love him. So anyway, I miss you, and you'll be back here. Well, I'm guessing you'll have time. If not, I'll do the podcast alone, or I'll have a friend join me. But I'm hoping you'll be back to join me for the second podcast this week.
Well, I'm going to do my best.
I know.
Now see, herein lies the rub. We are hosts of Jack Daniels here. So Jack Daniels has one of the biggest tents displays here in Sturgis. And Patrick he partners with Jack Daniels on a lot of different things. So they allow Operation Once in a Lifetime to have not 20 feet from me right now is a deer. So I see it. Yeah, there's a deer right in front of me, and it's a doe. She's just looking at me like, what are you talking about?
A female deer.
There she is. With Sturgis in the background, the lights of Sturgis in the background. But anyway, we have a really nice area there with Jack Daniels. Well, Jack Daniels brings all their different types of liquor to Sturgis for people to sample.
Oh my.
So I guess the point I'm trying to make is the longer I'm in Sturgis,
the drunker you're going to get.
Probably the more pickled I'm going to be.
Well, that's fine. I can hold it down. It'll be fine. But
well, I'm not going to gyp the listener. I'm not bailing yet. I'm just saying.
Or just in case.
Just in case you might want to have a
I'll be
backup plan. Yeah,
I'll be ready to go. Plan. But before I let you go, because I know you've got a lot to get to.
Well, wait a second.
I was going to say we're going to talk about your birthday before I let you go.
I thought you were trying to get rid of me.
No, we're going out of order of everything. No. So before Alan left for Sturgis.
What about chopped liver?
And before I left for Florida, I felt so horrible. I was not going to be with Alan on his actual birthday, which was Monday, August 2nd. The Friday night before, I threw him a surprise party. And here's the key to throwing a successful surprise party. I think what people kind of screw up is when people act like they forgot the birthday, like we're not doing anything, we completely forgot about it. It was a milestone birthday for Alan. It ended with a 0. It was the big 5-0. And for me to try to pull off the fact that I forgot or wasn't planning to do anything for him would have been very suspect, right?
Would have been devastating to my self-confidence.
Yeah. So what I did, and I think you were kind of okay, but not excited about it because, your 50th should be a big deal. I told Alan that what I was doing was a tequila tasting, and he's not really a big tequila guy, but I said, we're going to do a tequila tasting kind of, to relive our family vacation our podcast family vacation in Mexico. And we're just going to invite 3 or 4 other couples, because we can't really, make it really big because I'm leaving and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do it with some close friends and we're just going to go and do a tequila tasting.
No,
And
let me be clear. I wasn't bummed out that we were going with friends.
no,
I was a little more bummed out that I wasn't going to see you
right.
because you were going to Florida.
Right, I get that.
Yeah.
So, what I did was I did it's a secret surprise, don't tell him, and I sent out the Evite to everybody, just holding my breath and crossing my fingers nobody would spoil it. And unless Alan's the best actor in the world, nobody did. And then I sent out a dummy Evite that Alan was aware of to like 4 couples. And I told them all, I said, look, this is a dummy Evite I'm getting ready to send you. I need a couple of you to say you can't go to make it look realistic. And the rest of you say you can go. So that's what happened. And so he was expecting about 6 or 7 people there at this fun little tequila tasting. But on the way there, as soon as we got in the Uber, because I told Alan, I mean, we're going to be drinking a little bit. You know, we might want to take an Uber. I texted Bad Influence Jeff and I said, okay, call him now. And the ruse was he was supposed to tell you, Alan, that he was across the street from the place we were going because the owner of the restaurant was there and he thought you should meet him. But he kind of winged it a little bit and said that the bar was too crowded where we were going, so we were going to plan B, and which was fine. You still bought it, right?
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They are the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich.
You know what? Now that you told me that, I didn't know that was the original plan. I would have thought that was a little fishier than what he did tell me. And what he did tell me was, hey, there's too many people at the bar over at the other place. We're just going to have a quick drink over across the street.
Perfect.
That's what he told me.
Perfect. That's fine. You take it from there.
That original plan would be kind of weird.
Well, because the guy that owns the bar we ended up at also owns Marquis Sushi, which is one of your favorite places.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be whatever. I don't care as long as you were surprised.
Oh, I was surprised. So yeah, we get up to the place and get out of the Uber, and I open the door for Kelly. She goes in first, and then I go in, and then I look around and everyone starts singing. There's I don't know what 80 people there, 100 people,
70 or 80, yeah.
Yeah, and they start singing for "He's a Jolly Good Fellow," and I was like, I mean, I didn't really know what to think. The very first thing I thought was, why in the hell are they all here?
Yeah, you looked like completely spaced out and confused.
I was confused because you told me these couples were coming, but then I see George and Al and Shanda and a bunch of other people that you didn't tell me were coming. So I'm like, why are they here? But then I was like, oh my God, she got me. She absolutely got me.
Yay!
Yeah. So then Kelly said, well, I wasn't sure if you were happy, but if you go back and look at those pictures, I'm smiling from ear to ear, and because you got me
after
good.
the shock. Yeah. After the shock, you got me so good. It was really great. Everyone sung for "He's a Jolly Good Fellow," and then I went in, and a lot of people gave me a hug, and it was real nice. And Chef Mike from the restaurant made me a cake, and it had a Chevelle model on top of the cake, and there were these big sparkler candles. That was really, really cool. But it was just really nice. I just felt like I didn't feel forgotten, I guess. That it was just a really great feeling because 50's that's a big birthday. So I just felt really loved and appreciated, and
didn't feel forgotten. I guess that's the
Oh,
best
you're
way to
not
describe
forgotten
it.
at all, honey. Is there anything now that you finally hit it? I mean, I think the worst part about turning 50 is you start getting that AARP card in the mail. It's just like it's just a slap in the face because like for me, I didn't feel 50. I felt
Yeah.
the same. And so it's just like, oh, but I am, and I don't know, that AARP thing, I just think that was the hardest part for me. What about for you?
Well, I don't, I joke about the AARP thing, but I think one thing we've talked about on the podcast since we've started it, and I think since you and I met, I've told you that it's real important to me that every year I make a list of the things I want to do, because there's going to be a time later on in life where you look back and if you didn't do those things, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Your
knees give out.
Well, yeah. And, so I make a bucket list every year. And as I get older, it even gets more important to make sure you do things with your family, you do things with your kids, you do things that you always dreamed of doing as a kid, but you never thought you could do. I never thought I could ride a motorcycle 1,000 miles, I never thought I'd see Sturgis. I was just some far away place that people go because they like motorcycles.
But also, never crossed your mind, really. I mean, that
really.
wasn't like a bucket list thing, but it's super cool.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I wanted to do it, and I said, you know what?
I'm just gonna
freaking do it. I'm not gonna wait till next year to do it. I'm
That's
not
right.
gonna say, well, I'm gonna maybe do it someday. I just said I'm just gonna do it. So
we all have excuses why we can't do something now. We all have excuses. It's not always convenient. What you're doing is fun and exciting, but it's not convenient.
True. And I'm lucky in that my career now and my schedule is very, very flexible, and I can do certain things that are really hard to get time off to do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be things as extravagant as riding a Can-Am motorcycle to Sturgis. It could be, you know what? I've always wanted to take my boy fishing with a guide, and I've always dreamed of doing that. And, I put that on the bucket list and we knocked it out. That's something that really anybody could do. But I guess what I'm trying to explain is, as I get older, I feel like it's more important to spend time in the moment and do those things, have that quality time with your family, and just make your dreams come true, because time does not last forever. Your time here does not last forever.
No, it doesn't. And I think one of the beautiful things about getting older is you do realize how unimportant certain things are. Like stuff that just doesn't matter, that you used to obsess about, really doesn't matter a blip. Like I went back to school shopping with Emma Kelly today, and she was getting very self-conscious. She's 14, and she's not really she doesn't have a lot of confidence in herself. And, she spent a year out of school. Now she's getting ready to go into high school. And there were a lot of kids at the mall, and she'd get really self-conscious if we walked into a store and there were a lot of kids there. And she was just obsessed with the fact that they were looking at her and what they were thinking of her. And I'm looking around and I'm like, nobody is looking at us. But, but I remember being her age and feeling the same way, that people are looking at me. I want to get out of here. People don't think I'm pretty enough, or I don't look cool enough. And now, now that I'm on the other side of 50, I think about how much time I wasted worrying about what other people thought of me, when the whole time they weren't thinking of me,
Yeah.
And I sat on the sidelines, a lot of times at the pool. When I used to go to the beach with friends and stuff, I'd sit on the side of the pool. I wouldn't take off the cover up and get in the water because I was afraid they'd all, make fun of my belly or my butt or my thighs or whatever, And I missed out on a lot of really fun stuff. And I'm trying to tell her that now, but I think a lot of it falls on deaf ears, but I think some of it hopefully is landing with her, that this stuff doesn't matter. I told her 4 years from now, you're not going to ever see any of these people again. And it's just tough. You want your daughter to go out there, and any of your children to go out there with confidence and have a wonderful experience, but it's hard. So anyway, I don't know why I digressed to that.
No. That's I'm with you, babe. And I remember as a teenager too, I was socially awkward. I didn't have a whole bunch of friends. I I wasn't exactly Don Juan with the ladies either. So it takes a long time to start to be comfortable with who you are, and say, okay, this is me. This is who I am. And you're either going to like me because this is the way I am, or you're not going to like me because this is the way I am. And for me, it took a long time for me to get to that place where I finally understood this is the way I was made. And if you don't like the way I was made, then I'm sorry, but this is me.
Well, she has one friend, and no, I'll say her name because nobody knows who the heck I'm talking about, but Allen. But it's Ava, and Ava is the most happy-go-lucky, nothing affects her, everything slides off her back kid I have ever met in my life. And she's funny and silly and goofy, and she's just like, whatever. And she's up for anything. It's like, let's go jump off a cliff. Okay. She's just, you know what I'm talking about. And Emma
she's a
Kelly,
good kid.
Yeah, and Emma Kelly was saying, everybody likes Ava. Ava's always happy and always so fun. And I said, well, what I used to do when I was younger is when I found, I tried to have, it's easy to have friends who think like you, dress like you, and everything, you're exactly the same. What I tried to do was find friends who had qualities that I wanted, that I admired. And by hanging out with, people you hang out with, that does rub off on you. And I said, pick out the people who have qualities that you really like and admire, like Ava, and just be around them. And some of that stuff is bound to rub off on you. So we'll see. Going into ninth grade is hard. She's going into high school now. It's different when I went in South Carolina, I don't know. It was just all weird. But she's going to a school that's just 9th and 10th grade. So she's going to be low man on the totem pole, for a couple years, for a year at least, I mean. So we'll see. I'm a little bit nervous for her. She wanted, we were out of town, all of us, last week. And that's when they did the walkthrough of the school for the first time. They invited all the freshmen to come in to go over your schedule. You could make any changes to your schedule at that point. And it was like we weren't there to do any of that. So today, I said, I'll try to see what I can do. I got her advisor's name and I was emailing her, and she got me the information on how Emma Kelly wants to take some AP advanced honors classes. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I want to. I was like, all right, I encourage you, but you don't have to do this. And instead of PE, Allen, she wanted to take golf.
Really?
Yes.
I've asked her about that before. She said she didn't want to do it.
I know. And just as recently as last week, she said she didn't want to do it. But her desire to not do PE was greater than her desire not to do golf. So she said, I want to try to do golf. Well, unfortunately for her, as I found out today, that tryouts were last week. So she missed them. And they weren't taking anybody who's never played golf before. They're taking people who are serious. They're taking people who are serious about golf because they're going to be, competing against other schools. So it's not like just a passing hobby. And I told her, I was like, I'm sorry. And I thought that would be a great bonding thing for the two of you to go out and you could help her, start learning to golf. But I don't know if she can ever catch up now at this point. So she's just going to be taking PE like everybody else, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I wish she had
thought about it earlier.
It's a great sport to be involved in. But,
well, maybe it's not too late for her to do it just for a good hobby, because I'd like her to do something. And now she's telling me, Mom, I wish you would have made me do volleyball or a sport when I was younger. I'm like, have you met you? Oh, we've already talked about this ad nauseum on the show before, but I mean, she was the most difficult kid. And I was like, I wanted her to do these athletic things, but it was just such a nightmare with her. But now in hindsight, she's like, I wish you would have forced me. Let that be a lesson to you parents listening with these kids now that you've got coming up, saying, I don't want to do anything, that they later on down the road wish you would have made them. Like with me, my mom let me quit piano lessons. And because I had such a horrible experience with my first piano recital, it was devastating. I was crushed. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And my mom let me quit. And now I'm like, man, I'd give anything if I could play the piano,
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
we digressed a lot.
Yeah, we did. Didn't you need to do?
I do real quick, because I know Alan's got to get going here in a second. But you know what? One thing I am not the best in the world at, and I've admitted to it, is cooking. I'm not really great at it, but I try. And here's what's a really big help to me in the kitchen. I think it will be to you, whether you're a seasoned chef or you're just trying to get started and develop a love for it. HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, yes, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients, mouth-watering, seasonal recipes. I love that they change with the season, so you always have, the freshest vegetables and whatever goes into your recipe. That's the right time for you. And it's delivered right to your door. So you skip trips to the grocery store, and you can count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's truly America's #1 meal kit. Now listen, HelloFresh, it cuts out the stressful meal planning. That's the problem for me. It's like, how many of you have gone to the pantry or the freezer every night and you just look in there and you're like, I don't know what to do? There's none of that with HelloFresh. And also those trips to the grocery store, because no matter what, you think you're getting everything you need. You get all the way home, you realize there's that one thing that you absolutely have to have for that recipe and you forgot it, right? But with HelloFresh, that's what I love. They give you all the ingredients you need. Maybe the salt and pepper, you can, add that yourself because everybody has that on hand. But they're the exact measurements you need too. So there's no wasted food. And I love that because there's nothing I hate more than wasting food. Right, Alan?
You hate it.
I hate it. I hate it. And also it saves you money because when you go to the grocery store, you're buying all these things you don't need. With HelloFresh, you get exactly what you need. And their produce, farm to your door in less than a week, which means fresh, high quality ingredients. You get 50 menu and market items each week, and there's everything. So when you go to sign up for HelloFresh, you get to choose your preference right off the bat. Maybe you're a meat and veggies person. Maybe you're just a veggie person. Meat family-friendly meals, something the kids will actually eat. Or calorie smart. You're coming back from a big vacation. You've had a few pounds you're trying to lose. Calorie smart. Quick and easy meals. Pescatarian options. Everything you're looking for you can find with HelloFresh. And let me just tell you about a couple of the mouth-watering recipes you'll find, because my mouth's watering just even thinking about them right now. Pork and pepper enchiladas with pico de gallo and lime creme. Do you even know what to do with creme? You will with HelloFresh. How about their Hall of Fame recipe, firecracker meatballs with roasted green beans and jasmine rice? You can do this. These are restaurant quality meals at a fraction of the cost. And it's really fun because you're learning new cooking techniques as you go along. They have pictures to guide you along the way. So you're like, hey, this looks like it's supposed to look like, so I must be doing this right. The family loves it. You'll love it. It's a lot of fun. If you happen to be going out of town, maybe you're taking your own little motorcycle trip to Sturgis, you can snooze it for a while if you need to. I love HelloFresh and what it's done for our kitchen. You can go to HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's a lot. Go to HelloFresh.com/sandwich14. Use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. Now listen, Green Chef, if you're familiar with that, they are now owned by HelloFresh. So you've got an even wider array of meal plans to choose from. There's always something for everyone. We love switching between the brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both at a discount thanks to them being a sponsor of our podcast. Thank you, HelloFresh. All right, babe, what's on the agenda for the rest of this evening? I'm cutting you loose early. I know you've got an hour on me. You're Eastern time, right?
No, we're Mountain time.
You're Mountain time, so you're behind me. Eastern would be ahead of me. I'm Central, so now you're Mountain. So what's the plan for Mountain time tonight?
Well, it's not going to be a late night tonight. Patrick was just down here a minute ago, and he said you want to walk down to the main drag and just kind of walk around and see what we see. Might be some good people watching down there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had a few establishments with bikini-clad servers.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Is that on the agenda?
I'm not sure.
Hey, I trust my man.
I am a monogamous married man.
Yes, you are.
I will not be partaking in any shots out of navels, which I've heard happens on this trip.
Oh, my.
Shots out of server's mouth. When she's holding the shot glass.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard that buffoonery happens here.
Yeah.
So I will not be partaking in any of that.
Okay. I'm taking your word for it.
I mean, if there is that buffoonery, I will roll video. How's that? I'll roll some videos so you can see.
All right. Share it with your audience at the Alonzo
At
1971
the Alonzo 971.
on
Yeah.
Instagram, Allen Evans on
Yes.
Facebook. But there's a lot of Allen Evans, so make sure you follow the right one.
Just real quick story, babe, and I think I told you this via text, but I wanted to tell our very best customers. So we were trying to get to the hotel in Nebraska last night, and it was really late at night. It was about, what would it have been? It was about 10:30 at night.
Yeah, it was late when you got in.
Yeah, and we're on the interstate, and I'm just trying to paint a visual picture here. I'm on this motorcycle, and there's semis blowing by me.
They don't care about you.
No, and it is pitch dark, and it's starting to get a little chilly. You know, it was just, and it's at the end of the day. I'd already been about 750 miles, and I'm just like, man, I have got to get to the hotel. This is the day that is never ending. You know. Yeah. And then I just started not daydreaming, but I just started thinking. I'm like, wow, I'm out here in the middle of Nebraska. I mean, I can see every star in the sky. And this is, I'm not making this up. I said to myself as I'm on that interstate, I said, how cool would it be right now if I saw a shooting star? Babe, not 30 seconds later, I'm going down this highway that's straight, right in front of me, because I didn't have to turn my head. It's right in front of me. I see a shooting star go from about 12 o'clock all the way down to the horizon. It lasted forever.
I love that.
And then it burned out. And I'm thinking, you know what? Somebody's listening to me, and somebody has took care of me on this trip.
You know what? God thinks of all the little things, the littlest things.
And somebody has really taken care of me, period. Because, you know, hashtag blessed to be able to experience things like this. And I guess in my own little way, hopefully I'm helping some people as well, you know, by participating. So I just thought I was just like, I couldn't make that up. How did that just
I'll tell you.
How did that just happen?
Let me tell you, I like to think of God our Father, our Heavenly Father, if you're a believer, that God honestly is like a daddy. And what does a daddy like to do for his children? He likes to make them happy. He likes to give them little surprises, little happy gifts. And that made you happy. I think that was just like a God thing, like a little gift from your heavenly daddy, right? Yeah. That's the way I like to look at it.
You know, and if you think I'm making this story up, which I'm not, ask Patrick. He saw it too. He was in the truck in front. He was in the truck in front of me, and we got to the hotel. I said, dude, did you see that? He's like, yeah, that was crazy. And I said, I just almost wished upon a star. Yeah. I was like, how cool would it be to see a freaking shooting star out here in the middle of Nebraska? There you go.
There you go. Well, I love that for you. And honey, I know you told Patrick you'd be about 45 minutes, and we're just about a minute and a half over that. But real quick before we go, we just want to give a little shout out to our very best customer, Melissa, who had a little surgery today and did beautifully. She's already home recovering, and we just wish her continued recovery and the best of health because we love our little Melissa.
We do.
I sent her some Tiff's treats, some warm Tiff's treats and milk tonight, so she could have dessert after her supper.
Man, wish I had some Tiff's treats and milk.
If they deliver that to Sturgis, I might get you some in the mail, honey. We'll see what I can do.
I may drink a little dinner tonight. We'll see.
We'll see. But I miss you desperately. And
miss you desperately.
I'll see you I'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. But we'll be back on the we'll be back on the podcast. Yeah. So maybe I'll see you then. And then I'll see you in person this weekend when you come home.
That's right.
All right. Well, I love you.
All right, well, I love you desperately.
I love you too. I miss you.
I love our listeners desperately. Mm-hmm. I love Sturgis, South Dakota, USA desperately.
I know you do.
But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. Have a good sandwich.